Kengi tinjang deranjong gakwa me ba je me ba chaba me ba dong me ba owa me ba ru me ba tad tummen ton jingmen druba nye je sher tumba zogba san je manam je tamba tela sham salo nyar je chenpo tsodan hingmi shang song ni manam chenpo ngab jata bakar tangang sandu tumba tukje jala gibshan sar yondan sanji ganda nyamna ya kwatan sanji gandhi lakpan gon tsala me khala sorwane tokson roe lorna chula jer. Good morning. Okay. Correct your motivation. The Sunday teaching. I give you many different teachings, right? Many different teachings, different methods for your meditation from my teachers, and some are on my experience. It's very important to receive teachings, because if you know nothing about the teachings, and then you cannot practice, because you have no idea what to practice, right? That's why we have this three things in we say, what do you call it? Listen, right? Listening, contemplating, and meditating. Very important. These three things, very important. Listening, contemplating, meditating. These are what we call three wisdoms. The wisdom of listening, the wisdom of contemplating, the wisdom of contemplation, and the wisdom of of meditation. Yes, meditation. So you know that, and you have teachings, and you know how to practice them. And but generally, you don't have much time to practice, because you have to go to work every day, and after work, of course, you are tired. You have no energy for practice, and also you have to do things like, for your personal activities, for your family activities, for everything, etc. So you don't practice a lot, even though you know that the consistent practice is very important. But the circumstances, so you don't practice a lot. For that reason, I think you should find the best way to practice in order to become a stronger practitioner, even though you practice in very short time. Most of you practice 1 hour, 20 minutes, or maybe 2 hours, that's all. But that's compared to 24 hours is nothing. So you see, I always, think from my experience, if you practice this satisfaction, a kind mind, impermanence, recognize the true nature of mind, these are very profound practices, and you will get the benefits from this practice. Actually, I would say immediately, satisfaction, kind mind, impermanence. I mean, it's my experience. I think right after you meditate, you get the benefits. Actually, you can see it. These are the key point and goal to become a Buddhist. Become a Buddhist. This is the goal. I mean, the Buddhist practitioner's goal is nothing but find the true nature of mind. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. That's why we become a Buddhist. There's not much goal than that as a Buddhist. So the Buddhist goal is little bit you see a little bit different than other religions. I mean, I would say our goal is to find the nature of mind. When you hear about the teachings, it's a wonderful. Especially you hear this the what do you call it, the quotation, the quote from Pammasambhava, how important these days, nowadays, 21st century, to practice Dzogchen in nature mind is how important. And it's wonderful to listen to these teachings, but it's sometimes it's difficult to practice. So generally speaking, we as a human being, right, human being, we have to live in this world, very comfortably, very happily, very successfully, right? That is the goal. I mean, we all know that we like comfort. We like the comfortable. We like to whatever we do is successful and happy. That's we all know that. That's actually most our goal. But you see, when it comes to practice, you see, we don't know nothing. That's why I think this Buddha is called ignorance. We know nothing. We are very ignorant, and I mean at that level. We know other things very, very well, but about these things, practice, meditation, all these things, we don't know how to achieve to this. What do you call it? Happiness of life. We don't know how to get there, how to achieve that. I mean, so there are lots of in order to do this, there are lots of obstacles. There are lots of confusion about how to achieve a happy life. Because we believe, most people, I mean, believe that we have only one way to get happiness. One way, just to, you see, when I say one way, we just believe it. But it's not true. It's not true. Buddhist point of view, it's not true. We have different ways, to get to achieve this happy life, but we don't know. We don't know how to do that, how to achieve that. Our mind is actually, I would say, our mind is actually totally broken. Broken. That's why we need to fix it. We need, what do you call it? Repeal it. We need to develop. We need to train. Our mind is broken. So that's why we need Dharma. That's why we need meditation. That's why we need many sort of different practices that we have to go through in order to fix our broken mind, because we have many sources of difficulties in our mind, in our life, So I mean, I would say we are in bad situation. I mean, this kind of level, this point, a bad situation. I think when we think about it, I think we are very because ignorance. There are lots of confusions, ignorance. We are bad situation, but we don't know that because our ego mind, I would say, ego says, no, no, no. You are very good situation. You are not bad situation. You are because our ego. This is Buddhist terminology, right? Our ego wants us to be lazy, lazy. Our ego wants us to be arrogant, right? Ego always wants us to be the opposite of the true Dharma. Our ego, wants us to be the opposite of what do you call it? uh, Opposite of the wisdom, wisdom. Uh, Ego always say, you are fine, right? You are fine. You don't hurry to practice. You don't have to practice. What is the point? Just do whatever you want. And then we follow. We follow our ego's instructions. I would say ego's instruction. So there is no wisdom voice. If we follow in our ego voice, then there is no wisdom voice. Well, there is that is the usually this wisdom voice we need, right? Coming from our head or our mind. But the voice that we can hear is all this ego's voice, if you like. The egos says you can, whatever you want, whatever you do. Ego says that you can steal, you can kill, you can smoke, you can drink, whatever you want. You are very good situation. You are a good boy. You are very, ego. You see, there are so many people. I mean, right now, so many people killing each other. You see, ego says you should kill this. Kill the animals. You're fine. Don't worry about their life. Don't worry about you kill these animals and you eat that meat. Piece of meat. And ego says, don't think about how they kill. Don't think about the suffering of the animals. Don't think. Just you go to supermarket, you see this piece of meat is so fresh and so nice pictures on it, and it so looks really tasty and delicious. Eat it and don't think about their how they killed. Right? That's our ego says. Just don't worry about their life. You should think about only yourself. Don't think about others suffering and killed. And the ego, we follow that. That's our ego says. That's our inner teacher, ego, bad teacher. Ego says, right? We follow that. I mean, it's just clear. It's very, very clear. You see, there's so many people are suffering, killing each other. Your ego says you're done such a good job, kill this your animals, that's you need to do this. You are a human being. That's your job. If you do these things, then you're a very good person. You are very powerful, and everybody's scared. If you do these things, and then if you follow, and if we do these things, and we follow our ego voice, then we actually don't feel that even though you kill, you steal, whatever you do these things, we don't feel that we are doing something wrong. We feel that, oh, we're doing something good. This is supposed to be, this I'm a human being, so that's my job, because your ego says that you are the best person. So, so therefore others should be respect you. Right? They think you should be respect. Sometimes we have this, it's also in Tibet, in Tibet, this is what we're talking about, as long as we're talking about Tibetan, the teachings, sometimes we have these teachers and lamas, they follow in their egos, like that, sometimes they do, they think you should respect me. They have a very beautiful throne and then sit on that and everything. You have like gold, everything like that. See, that's you see that's not coming from wisdom, right? That's coming from the ignorance, a Buddhist point of view. That's coming from ignorance, and if you like say like your inner voice, that's coming from saying that your ego says go ahead and kill them, and sometimes they say burn yourself, burn yourself, and suicide yourself, no problem, don't worry. If you do that, somebody take, I mean, you see there, we have lots of people like that, many people suicided them, and so many, I think more and more, because of the ego, So these days, these things happen every day, more and more, I think. See, all this voices, coming from the inner voice, which is the Buddhist point of view. This is ego, our ego voice. Therefore, Buddhists always say that don't listen to the ego. You should try to diminish. You should try to diminish the ego, and you should try to listen your wisdom. Your wisdom. They're the opposite. They're not. Once you develop your wisdom, then you have no. Your ego is less power. That's why you need to find your wisdom, which is another way to say your wisdom is the inner true inner, what do you call it, inner voice, inner teacher. They say inner teacher. If you listen to ego, you're going to ruin yourself. You're going to ruin your family, ruin your society, etc. Like that, you ruin everything by listening this ego. The ego, what do you call it? Ego push you, ego boost you, and then you become what happened? You become very arrogant. You develop that more and more, then you are going to give very, what do you call it? It's difficult time, very difficult situation to yourself, difficult these things to others, to your family, your society, your country, like that. So this very difficult. You see, the one person, the selfish person, can give very difficult situation. You see, it's happening. One person like that kind of person, ego, whatever called ego. That kind of selfish person, give you such a headache to everybody. It make everybody's, they can ruin everybody's life. That's why we need a good, what do you call it, good teacher, good guidance, which is this, the first you need outer teacher, and then the outer teacher, this teacher takes you to, what do you call it, inner teacher. I say inner teacher. Then you will find your wisdom. You will find your wisdom. You will find your this, what do you call it, your nature. You will find your direction. Actually, the direction needs to be found within the wisdom mind, right? Wisdom mind. See, nowadays the people, young people, old people, most young people, they're lost their directions. They have no direction. They have direction, but wrong direction. They lost their direction. They see, you see, most, like, I wouldn't say most, but many people don't respect people. Many people don't respect men, don't respect women, don't respect children, don't respect, what do you call it, animals, don't respect elements like this important, this water. They don't respect water. They don't respect trees. There's nothing, no respect. They don't respect anybody because of the arrogant. I am the person. You should respect me. Not me, not. I am the person. I am the best person. So, this is the, you see, this is the result of the boost their ego. Result of the ego. You don't respect because you're very arrogant. Therefore, if you think like that, what is the solution? What is the solution? This inner voice, this power for this voice, what is the solution? You think this is the good? So from now on, as practitioners, Dharma practitioners, as we need to give a chance to check ourselves. That's what Buddha said. Buddha's teachings, my teaching, he said, my teaching is nothing but just recognize yourself. So check ourselves rather than listen to this ego. So therefore, if we do this all the time, then you see the life is very short, right? Very short. And a Buddhist point of view, the life is the most important and very precious, right? For us, therefore, the time is very precious, very precious. So if you wish to make use of your precious life, and if you wish to attain it again, you must practice as much the virtues as possible, not listen this inner voice, that harms you and harms others, everybody, right? So therefore, when I think the life, I usually think two different ways, I mentioned this so many times, right? Because I want you to understand this, just not understand, but listen. That you have to listen, contemplate, meditate, right? So I think this is important to think about it, So when we think about time, we think about time. Time is very fast and short and very precious, because you can't get back, right? It's just you waste or you missed, then that's it. So therefore, we have to when we think time, then right away we think about our life, because the time and life is related to each other, right? So no, the time is very short, and then you think about your life. What is your life? What is life? There is a, you see, I always say this, there is a happy life and there is a meaningful life. That's why our life is two things, meaningful life or happy life. If you have a happy life, let's say, if you have a happy life, it doesn't mean necessarily mean that you have a meaningful life, but happy life is very important. So therefore, first of all, happy life is important, and in order to have a happy life, see, you need what? Three things. You need happy life. You need a healthy body. You need healthy mind. You need a stable job, or whatever you call it, occupation, whatever, very stable. Sometimes not stable job is very stressful. So therefore, three things. So all together, you need a good living condition. That's what I call happy life. These are the I call is a cause of happy life. Just a happy life, not meaningful life, but just a happy life. And these are if you think and if you do, these are not so difficult to achieve, attain. These are not difficult. So very, very important, happy life and healthy body. The Arya Dewa, the one of the great scholars and Indian master, he says that, if you have an unhealthy body, you cannot have a happy life. So you cannot have a happy life, because you see, the sick people, a sick person, don't have a capacity to do any activities. You always, suffering, right? Suffering and experiencing pain always. Then you have no capacity to other things. So in order to have healthy body, it's I mean, you understand this, but it's very important to live in very comfortable, suitable, environment, and also important to, have healthy food and healthy activities. I think it's very, very important. It's this thing's very urgent, very important, and. Uh, uh, if you are unhealthy, you see, if unhealthy situation is the doctors. See, when you are sick, you want a doctor, you want to see doctor. This doctor's foundation, right? If we're sick, they have money. If we don't sick, they are poor. um, they have no business. So usually, I mean, I can't say all, but most doctor, I don't believe them. I don't believe that they have a good motivation. They give you, if you have a headache, they give you medicine, but that's just temporary, right? Then they're not thinking like, I don't know. I mean, so this the point is we should take care of ourselves while we have a healthy body. That's the best, I believe. And if you have a healthy body, that's the first. And then if you have unhealthy mind, then you cannot have a happy life either, right? So once you have a healthy body, then which means you need love, you need compassion for yourself, for others, at least for yourself, right? Otherwise your mind really become crazy. So you have to learn how to, you need love and compassion for yourself. This means like it means like one person, means like you have to learn how to stay alone. I think this is very important. You should stay alone and do meditate, do whatever, read a book or whatever other activities that you like. If you don't know, many people don't know how to what do you call it, how to live alone. If you don't know how to live alone with yourself, then the problem is you are suffering from loneliness. Loneliness. This is the one thing. It's very important. I think there are many or lots of people suffering from loneliness. Well, what should I do? I mean, you have to do so many things. You should recognize that there are so many wonderful and so many reasons to be happy. You should be happy. You should be happy because you have this many wonderful things. You are one thing is you are a human being. You are not a dog. I mean, sometimes dogs are better than human beings, but generally, you are not a cow. You are not a horse. You are human being who has an intelligent brain and mind. So you are a human being. And have this wonderful Buddhist point of view. We say the precious human life, precious human life. I really believe some dogs are much better than human beings. I really believe it. I'm not joking. It's wonderful. Oh my, the dog is very actually good. So, but we have a human being, human life, this precious, Buddhists say, precious human life. That's the first our practice, right? The four thoughts, precious human life. That should be the greatest source of the happiness, I would say, happiness. So you see, most of the time, we don't recognize our precious human life. We are always, problem. So this is you see, this is similar to the way we take our eyes or our hands for granted. But if we were to lose one of them, we would quickly realize how precious they were. So we should be happy. We should be happy with our life. See, therefore, we should see this suicide or all this are Buddhist point of view so bad because you have a precious human life, right? So therefore, very bad, So we should appreciate it. I think we should first recognize and then we should appreciate it and then live alone. You see, the Buddhist teachers, the great teachers, they always live alone on top of a mountain or whatever. They're physically kind of they're alone, right? Mentally, never. They connected their mind to all sentient beings. They always think about others rather than they say think about themselves. So they're connected. They have never feel that loneliness. They connected all sentient beings. How should they practice love, compassion for others? Like they always 24 hours, their mind connecting with others. So there's like we should like use like that kind of we should follow their footsteps whatever. So therefore the happiness is the understanding the nature of human qualities. That's the source of happiness, Therefore, practice meditation is a great opportunity to understand our situation, observe our thoughts, and develop our own positive this inner wisdom, not the ego voice, inner wisdom. It is so if you have this, so it is also best way to help others, because if you don't have this kind of wisdom, you don't know how to help others. So the point is that having received the teachings and practice, you should try to remember your Dharma practice rather than being very sad, angry, and losing all this your strengths. Be happy. You should be happy. There is reason to be happy. I have a number of people who told me like several times that they received teachings from actually me, and they put them into they practiced them, and now see their lives are transformed. I'm very happy to hear it. And they're much happier and better now. See, not because I'm a special teacher or I have the power to bless them, right? But because the Buddhist teachings are so powerful, especially these days. The Buddhist, if you follow Buddhist teachings, so powerful. So if you respect the Dharma, and if you practice it, then bring your experience. I always say this: your experience into your daily life. You see the benefits, Then you will not say, "Oh, I don't have time for practice." Once you understand, once you have this benefit, then you don't say, "I don't have time for practice." Usually, when people say, "I don't have time for practice," it means, of course, you think that there is something more important to do than the Dharma practice, right? That's why I don't have practice. I don't have time for practice. That means when I hear that I always think, it means like that you don't see actually the value of your Dharma practice. And people say, yeah, I wish, but I don't have time for practice. That means you really don't understand the value of your practice, that means you don't see the benefits of your practice. So, and sometimes you see when you hear the teachings, of Buddha, you will think, I already know it. I already know it. I hear it this many times. So you are not sort of interested in, at all. No matter how important, no matter how profound the teachings that, you receive are, you become more and more, what do you call it, jaded, right? I don't know how to say, but this is Tibetan we call chutet, means like chu means like Dharma. Det means like your mind become wild, like you see, oh, I know it, but you have no interest to practice. You start to think less and less of the value of Dharma, and you are further and further from the teachings. right? Because you don't see the benefit of the practice. So you keep on, all the time you come and you just you receive in more and more teachings, but your teachings remains just as information, and you have less and less desire to practice, and you keep this information that's really harmed you. You don't put this wisdom or this information into your activity, so therefore that your information, whatever you hear the teachings, is information. So that's very bad, very, very bad. That's very also like it's very possible, that happened to Buddhist practitioners. They receive lots of teachings, they understand, but they don't practice, then become this your mind, what do you call it, jaded, your mind savage, so then you have no interest to practice. Be careful with that, because the Dharma savage, right? You become a Dharma savage. It's very, very bad, means like your mind is like wild and lacks the intention to practice. So it's very, we have to be careful of that, because many times we receive teachings. That's wonderful, but if we don't practice them, this will happen. This will happen. So therefore, you can't forget these three stages. Very important: listen, contemplate, meditate. This can't separate. Otherwise, chutit means, Tibetan chutit means like this, jaded. Your mind is really become very wild and can't control. There is no solution. If that happened to you, then it's very difficult. So therefore, we have to be careful, and if you make time for practice, and be patient with all these challenges of your practice. It's difficult sometimes, practice very difficult, but you need to be patient, and then your desire to practice the teachings, increase. The more practice you do, the more you're confident. Not ego, but this confidence you will have, and you respect for the Dharma, and your understanding of the value of Dharma will increase and developed, right? So therefore, make time for practice is so important, very, very important. Otherwise, you listen teaching, you contemplate the teaching, but you don't meditate, right? So that's the problem. Then it's difficult, I don't know, but see now, meditation. Oh, by the way, today is the 15th of the first month, according to Tibetan calendar. 15th. Today is the 15th of first month calendar in Tibetan calendar. So it is, which means it is a great holiday of Buddha. 15th. He gave some wonderful teachings today, and he showed actually to his disciples, his followers, enlightened activities, which means like he showed his capacities, the actions of Buddhas, these activities. So today is actually the most important holiday for us. For us means like the Buddhist people. So you should practice, and please don't eat meat, at least for today. You should do some good virtues. Don't listen this ego's voice. Ego's voice always tell us, eat meat, please eat meat. It's good for you. It's delicious. It's good for you. Don't worry about how they. Sometimes you have to actually. We are very arrogant, I think. We want to eat meat, but then we don't want to see how they kill. I think you should watch that. then you think, oh, it's okay, I don't care. But I think once you watch, you will see it. Oh my goodness! Behind this piece of meat, there's so many histories. So we don't know that. We pretending, don't want to think that, but that's because of the ego. This is the ego. We call this arrogant, we don't want to see that. So today is very important day for Buddhist people, and Buddha actually gave these teachings today, and there are hundreds of thousands, many people became a Buddhist today because of his capacity. He showed capacity, and people just loved, and so become a Buddhist. So many people today. So therefore, I think it's a very important day. I mean, this is actually he started these things. This is the first month in Tibetan calendar. So he started the first, and then today is the 15th. So he did. He taught. First he showed them his capacity, and then people have faith, and they increase their faith. Then he teach. That's what he did. What he does. First he showed I can, right? We just follow, and we just say, copy, the Buddhist teachings. But usually good teachers, you need to do first your capacity, show the capacity, and people really like and trust you. Then you teach. Then they will follow you. They will practice, right? So therefore, this is Tibetan one. What do you call it? This is the year of the fire rooster. The rooster, right? Chicken rooster, whatever you call it. This means the rooster by nature wakes up people every morning, right? They wakes up every morning, people every morning. That means there is a great opportunity for us to wake up this year. Maybe not completely, but little bit wake up, a practitioner. We have a great opportunity, great potential, great chance to wake up little bit. You have to make that commitment. In this year, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to, something good thing, something good. I'm not going to listen my ego's voice. I at least I want to respect everybody. Respect animals, respect elements. Elements so important for us. If you have a very dirty water, that means they're unhealthy water. That means you're going to sick. So we have to sort of commitment in our mind. That means wake up, a little bit wake up. Therefore, I hope, it is a great year for us, as a practitioners. We should have positive attitude as much as we can, engaging with the Dharma, practice during this year. At least, you can commitment. Today is a very important day. You should make a commitment. I'm going to practice this, and every day this much, and then I will do this. I will, become a vegetarian, something like that. Do something, right? So this year, if you don't do anything, you achieve nothing. If you have no commitment, there is nothing. So therefore, it's very important. I just let you know that. And today is all over in Tibet and Nepal, and they do some like this kind of things like this, Chok Fest, and they do so many activities today, but is our Sangha not like that. We have, Sangha different. Some Sangha like do these things. Make puja, feast, Chok Fest, and do Lama dancing, do all this, use drums and bells, all these things, but not what we do. Our Sangha is listening, contemplating, meditating. That's what I want, right? Some people like to make lots of pujas, rituals, and empowerments. That's not our Sangha. That's not what I want, right? Because we should, there's three parts, what do you call it? Three aspects of Buddhism, like Buddhist religion, Buddhist science, Buddhist philosophy. Buddhist religion means that, too complicated for us. I don't want you to do Buddhist religion. Buddhist philosophy is too difficult, difficult. That's also fine. What we need is Buddhist science. Buddhist science is very, very easy, very, very easy. It means, like I just said, to find our true nature mind. That's that's Buddhist science. But one thing is difficult. You need, in order to have this Buddhist science, practice Buddhist science, you need diligence. If you have no diligence, don't practice, never find your nature mind. Never find your nature mind. So therefore, it's difficult, but we have to practice every day. That's why you should commitment. I will practice, 1 hour, 20 minutes, 2 hour, whatever, until, at least in this year, So that's we should do. That's we should do. And you don't need lots of empowerment. You don't need to study all this Buddhist religion, this rituals, this dance, and this so many things is going on in the monastery. You have no idea. Right, so many things. That's the Buddhist religion. It's beautiful, but it's too complicated. It's not necessary. So what we need is really, we need to remember to listen the teachings, not be Dharma. Can I say Dharma jaded or Dharma savage? This chutit. You should chutit means very bad, very bad. Longchenpa talks about that a lot. Chutit. Once you become a chutit, nobody can help you, this which is actually you listen too much, your ego voice, then you become a chutit. So if you listen, contemplate, meditating these three things, then you become great person and great practitioners. So now, okay, meditate a little bit. First of all, your body. You have one body, do you? Your body and your back is straight, right? It's very good. Straight. And then your arms are resting comfortably. These are the foundation. These are the foundation. Physically, so when you meditate, sometimes our minds, of course, right? It's a mind, wanders away a lot, lots of thoughts, right? But it's fine. It's fine, and don't worry about it. And so the essence of meditation is mindfulness. Mindfulness. So today we will do a practice called the application of mindfulness based on your body. The object of your meditation is your own body. So therefore you just relax and very comfortable, your body. And if you want, you can keep your eyes closed. And you need to make sure that your mind, in order to meditate this, you need to make sure that your mind is in your body. Bring your mind wanders away, then you have to bring in your body. And then you need to focus on first, specific part of your body. Let's say, so first focus your head. And you should recognize the feelings of your head, whatever feelings, like cold, hot, or whatever, you should recognize the feelings. But whatever feeling, whatever thoughts arise, don't follow them. or stuff them, just remember. This is so easy. Just remember your head. Whatever you feel, just to recognize without analyzing, without following them. That's the point. Just to keep remembering your head, just to be aware of it, and then relax on it. So you should keep your eyes closed. Breathe out and very gently. You don't have to focus on your breath, but then just focus on your head. Whatever you feel, just to recognize. Now you should focus on the top half of your body. Change your object and do the same as before. Just focus on your top of your body. Recognize your object. Be aware of it and then relax on it. Now bring your focus to the lower half of your body. Change your object from your torso to your feet and do the same as before. Don't follow your thoughts. Just to recognize the feelings and just to relax on that. Now you should focus on your whole body, from your head to your feet. Whatever feeling you have, recognize them. Just be with yourself. Do not analyze. Do not investigate. Whatever you have feeling, just let them go and focus on your body. Now slowly open your eyes and let your feelings of your body, whatever, let go. Just to relax there. There is no object. Just to relax. With this mindfulness, can you say some mantras of Buddha Shakyamuni? Because today we have to remember his kindness. And we should think about his qualities. And his kindness. Don't lose your awareness, but at the same time, we can say some mantras of Buddha. Follow me. Om Mani Mani Maha Manaye Soha. 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 Om mene mene mahamanaye soha. Om mene mene mahamanaye soha. Om mene mene mahamanaye soha. You can visualize him in front of you as a real living Buddha with his compassion and love, and think about him and saying this mantra a few times, please. Om mane mane mahamanaye soha. 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 Think about him. He dissolves into light, and light dissolves into your mind. And then meditate on that for a few seconds. Thank you. That is outer Buddha. Outer Buddha merged in your inner Buddha. Inner Buddha is always there. So Buddha, at this point, the Buddha never passed away. Buddha always alive in our heart. So we have to keep Buddha in our heart, our mind. That's the inner Buddha. So therefore, I said, you should be happy. That's why we say precious human life. So we never alone. So that's for today. And now the dedicate the Yeah, closing prayers. Thank you. We don't have it. Sure. Go ahead. May I attain in each and every life the sublime virtues of existence and peace. May I pursue the flawless mindset altruism, working for the welfare of others on a vast scale. Through this very married man, may every single sentient beings eliminate all forms of negativity and practice virtues forevermore. May Supreme Precious Bodhicitta take birth where it has not a reason, where it has a reason, but never when, but continue to grow forevermore. May I in all my life, no matter where I'm born, obtain the seven qualities of the upper realms of existence. May I meet the Dharma immediately after taking birth and have the freedom to practice perfectly. May I please the sublime gurus and day and night dedicate myself to the Dharma by realizing Dharma and practicing its innermost essence. May I cross the oceans of conditioned existence in this very life. May I teach the sublime Dharma perfectly and never become weary and tired or benefit others in samsara by my own impartial and all activities to the benefit of others. May all attain enlightenment together. Thank you. Oh, uh, we have a little bit chop today. First, this is from Jen and her husband. Surgery on his right eye this past Monday, and I can't leave him alone today, so she is not here today. She said, I'm sorry I couldn't be at class because of this. So she gave me this, actually good today. We should, I don't know how should we read this. Can you help me? Okay, put there a little bit, offer to the lineage gurus, Buddhas, especially for today, Buddha.
So take
A little bit in there, and then dedicate to her husband. And then we can take a little bit as for celebration for today, Buddha's 15th holy day. Mm-hmm. Ramyang Gao Ma Hom Sozi no Yishiro with Soli Sola Ringzalama Dancing Junker near. Oh, Kanru Damji Jordan and the Yalam to Soji Chobaji, also Ramjun Kobi to them Gantra no Damsiniam Jaya, Shino Bar Chuji answered Lapter Hilat in the Brent of Garanda Wanda. It's the Balanda Gahe Ramyang Gao Ma Hon Soji Hiro Jet, Soji Sola Ringzalama Dancing Junker to Pawangan Damji. The Yalam to Soji Chobaji, also Ramjun Kobi to them Gantra no Damsiniam Jaya, Jude answered Lapter Hilat in the Brent of Garanda Wanda and Ganata. It's the Balanda Ka, Sonkel Puri Sonum Jims, Tilla Longin, he know Kadab Jimbusa, the Jo, there shall to Chikinji to Jet on Zapa Molam, Chinsi Nipet, Lame, Jimdra Jindava, Tindra Corner Soldier show. We pray we all become a Buddha eventually, right?